Hi, everyone. We are going to talk about summer reading today. We have some information to share with you about summer reading for BHL for this summer. So let's get started. I am on our BHL Media Center website. So if you don't know how to get to that, let me show you how you would do that. On your on your Chromebooks, you can go to your student start page. Let me start there. Okay. So you can go to your student start page on your Chromebooks. If you're on your parents' desktop, you can simply go to the BHL web page that way. But on your student start page on your Chromebooks, you'll just click on home page and that'll take you there. If you are at your parents' desktop, believe if you just type in www.clark.k12.ga.us/BHL, that will take you to our website from your parents' desktop. Okay. So when you're there, you go to About Us, you click on Media Center. I'm going to close out these tabs so we won't have all those tabs open. And then you're at the Media Center website. Okay. Many of you know how to get there, but I just wanted to take a second to show you how to do that. Right up here up top is our summer reading page. So click there, and that's going to take you to our main summer reading page. We kind of have an intro up here. Just want to share with you, we don't have a required reading list for each grade level. We want you to read. If you have books at home, those library books maybe that you didn't get a chance to turn back in, that you really hadn't picked up, go ahead and read those. If your parents want to buy you some new books, we're going to go through a couple of good reads and a couple of suggested reading lists and some of the books that are on the Helen Ruffin Reading Bowl. And I'm going to share with you some information about that. We do have some incentives. If you read 3 books and keep a reading log of them and turn that in at the beginning of the year, you will be invited to an ice cream sundae party. So there are some incentives for reading and logging in your books. We are in middle school, so I am going to be looking for chapter books that you've read. So 3 books for the summer. If you're in the middle of a book, maybe you started one right after school got out or the beginning of June, go ahead and include that book on that list. Okay. Because we're just now getting this information out to you, but we do want you to continue to read and we do want to give you an incentive for doing that. On this page, you're going to have 3 things to explore: the suggested reading list. Then I'm going to talk to you about how to access ebooks if you don't have any physical books that you can get to. And then we'll look at this summer reading prizes and incentives webpage. So from this page, I'm going to click on the ALA summer reading list. This is the American Library Association. This is a suggested summer reading list for grades 6 through 8. And I included this because there are some really great books here that we actually have in our library. And some of you may have read some of these or looked at some of those and thought, that's pretty good. Plus, they have a wide variety of books. So I'm going to go through just a couple of them. Up here at the top, let me bring this down. Look Both Ways, A Tale Told in 10 Blocks by Jason Reynolds. It is an excellent book. So if you're fans of Jason Reynolds' books, this book is a great one to pick up a copy of. You can look for this book through our local bookshop, Avid. If you're going to buy a book, definitely check them out and order the book through them. Some of you may have Amazon accounts and can order it through them, although I strongly suggest supporting our local businesses. And some of you may be able to get to the library and put books on hold and get books through the library that way. So if you're able to do that, look into getting Look Both Ways by Jason Reynolds. There are a couple of graphic novels on here that I truly love. Jerry Craft's book, New Kid, was the Newbery Award winner for this year. I read that in one day. It's an excellent book. If, as you notice that under each title, there's a summary for the book, so you can kind of get a taste of what that book might be like. Just Jamie is a graphic novel as well. There are a couple of books that are on the Helen Ruffin Reading Bowl list that we're going to take a look at in just a few minutes. Each Tiny Spark by Pablo Cartaya is on that list. The Remarkable Journey of Coyote Sunrise is also on that list. And before we click off of this, I want to tell you about The Stars Beneath Our Feet. That's an awesome, awesome, good book by David Barclay Moore. And we had this author at our school, Kekla Magoon. She came and talked to our eighth graders about her book, How It Went Down, and her new book, Light It Up. This book, The Season of Sticks Malone, is a really great read as well. It's on my to be read list for the summer. So those are just a few books suggested by the American Library Association. Here is the Helen Ruffin Reading Bowl list. This button will take you to our Helen Ruffin Reading Bowl page for BHL. This is a picture of our group that traveled this past February to Augusta to compete for the very first time in a long, long time. We had a wonderful Saturday in Augusta where they competed against other teams. They read a list of 10 books. No, everybody didn't have to read all 10 books, although two of my girls read almost all the books on the list. We're asking that each team member read at minimum 2 books, maybe 3, so that we can have some overlap and cover of all 10 books. There's a graphic novel on this year's list. And some really great reads. Not all of them are really long books. Some of them are shorter books. And there's a wide variety of books on this list. I'm really excited to read this one, Genesis Begins Again. It is on my list for this summer as well. But you can find out information about the Helen Ruffin Reading Bowl on this page. If you'd like more information and think you might want to participate, definitely find me in the fall, shoot me an email. But if you want to go ahead and get a sneak peek, a head start on the reading, I would suggest picking up maybe one of these books. And that way you'll already have a head start for the reading bowl. Let's navigate back to the summer reading page. Here on this page, in the middle button, we're going to go over ebooks for summer. So say you can't afford to order a book from Avid or Amazon, and you can't get to the library, and you can't find those library books you checked out. You have no way of getting them, but you are sitting on your Chromebook right now listening to this. So you have access to books. On this page, I have a tutorial for 3 places you can access audio and ebooks. My Own Reading, and there's a tutorial and information on how to log in. Junior Library Guild, and there's a tutorial and information on how to log in. And then, of course, our BHL Media Center, Destiny Discover, you can get to those books. There's a tutorial and information on how to log in. So 3 places to look at a wide variety of ebooks and audiobooks for the summer. I'm going to go back to this page one more time. And our summer reading prizes and incentives. We're going to do an online reading log. Now, if you just write down your 3 books and turn them into me, that's totally fine. If you are doing the Athens Public Library Summer Reading Program online, they have something that they're doing, and you may have signed up through that, or your parents may have signed you up. That's perfectly fine. Just print that reading list out and bring that to school when we start back up, or email it to me if we should be virtual again. If you're not doing any of those and you would like a way to keep up with it online, We have a system online that's very similar to the one that they're using at the public library. It's very, very similar. So there's information here for that and a tutorial that you can click on and walk you through how to set that up. Okay, so that's our intro to summer reading. Come back to this page and kind of explore those tutorials on the ebooks and the summer reading prizes. And I hope to see a lot of you in the fall. I hope we're back together, and I hope that we'll have a really big ice cream Sunday party to celebrate your accomplishments of reading over the summer. Happy reading.